Hello, this is Aralt from the Final Bosses. Ashi is busy at the moment, so I wanted to take the time to talk about one of my favorite video game series, Trails of Cold Steel, and why I think any fan of anime, especially my hero fans, should play it. Well, with that out of the way, let's fight. Do you like high school stories in anime? Do you like having a wide range of waifus and husbandos to pick? Do you like slowly gaining power with your classmates and dealing with a corrupt government system? Do you like turn-based RPGs that have a lot of difficulty settings to cater to your needs? Then you'll love Trails of Cold Steel. And the fourth is coming to PS4, probably around the same time this video is dropping, on October 27th. It'll be coming to Steam next year as well. This being the fourth game will end the Trails of Cold Steel saga, but not the entire story. You see, these games take place in the Trails series, with Cold Steel 4 being the 9th game in the series. So before I move on to why you should play, let's go over if you should play the other 5 games first. In short, there's no need. The first part of the series is the 3-part story called Trails in the Sky, and they're all available on Steam. However, their graphics are dated and the gameplay is as well. For those games came out between 2004 and 2007. However, if you do want to try them, they all have great and touching stories and features one of the best female protagonists in gaming. She's a gem of a character, and the rest of the supporting cast is great too. Keep in mind, however, both this series and the one I'll talk about next do touch on some very disturbing topics. While never shown, it's implied that something happens to side characters that is very dark. Fortunately, they moved away from that with Cold Steel. That's not to say there's not dark moments in Cold Steel, just none so creepy and disturbing. The second series, Trails of Zero, is not in English officially yet. However, it can still be bought and you can download an English mod that is really well done, and you wouldn't be able to tell that it was not made by a professional company. These games are also dated, but feature a great story and characters. The story also runs in line with the first 2 Cold Steel games, and some events can be seen or heard about in the other games. Now, with all that being said, you do not have to play any of the other games to understand what's going on in Cold Steel. A lot of that info you need is either told to you or you can read in a newspaper or a book. However, if you're interested in the story and you don't want to go through the process of playing these games, check out Lady Vergilia's channel. I probably butchered the name, but she's on YouTube and she goes through the story in a very well done recap that feels less like a recap and more like someone is reading a book with you. With visuals, of course. Alright, hopefully the tease kept you in the video, and now that I've explained the rest, you're ready to hear about the newer games. Trails of Cold Steel series centers around main character Rin. He falls a lot into the tropes of main character anime boys. He's kind and a peacemaker, but amazing in a fight, and has a dark and mysterious past. He's selected as part of Class 7 at his new school, a class that is mixed with nobles, a group inside the Empire with quickly dwindling power, and commoners. There's even an exchange student with him. Together, they must overcome their prejudice and heal a divide between a country near to civil war. You are assisted by a crazy, Miss Frizzle-type teacher with a drinking problem, and a group of older students, one of whom is lesbian. And while she's the only important LGBTQ+ character in the game, she is very important to the series and is a fan favorite. This game is very story-heavy, and it's not all voice-acted, so you will be doing a lot of reading. Now, that's not really a bad thing, as the lines are written well and are engaging and entertaining, and at some point, you'll just hear the voice actors in your head while you read. The other half of the game, of course, is combat. You will be fighting a lot. However, the combat is fun and diversive, and you can use gems to customize how Rin and his party fight. With the right build, you can even do double damage, plus a guaranteed critical hit on your first attack, which will one-shot almost all non-bosses, or even a 100% chance to dodge physical attacks. You can go crazy and find some great combinations of gems to fit your playstyle. This game also features many side quests and hidden quests. If you want a perfect student score, you may want to look up a guide on what to do each game day. You can also collect books, battle and character notes, some secret stuff, and even find a lot of fish. Finding all of each of these things gives really nice rewards, especially the fishing. Now, I've saved the best for last, and this is the character relationships. Rin is straight, however, no one will judge you for shipping him with some of the guys. Rin has several options to romance. 2 are kind of pushed towards you, but it's still your choice in the end. Your romance choice will carry over to the second game. However, unfortunately, it doesn't carry over to the third. The third is really light on romance, to be honest with you. However, since the fourth game is already out in Japan, I do know that the fourth game has a good chunk of romance in it. Now, Reen will build a bond with more than just the girls that catch his eye. On his free days, Reen can spend time with a few people. Not all of them unless you're on New Game Plus, and he will learn more about that person, and they'll become better friends. Might even unlock special secret cutscenes with them. Also, I didn't write this in the script, but I wanted to make a side note that the music is phenomenal in this game. Here are a few snippets of some of those tracks. In the end, the relationships that Reen forms between his classmates, teachers, other students at the school, and people around the country make this game so appealing. I cried many a time throughout the games, and I know the fourth one will make me cry even more. I miss a lot of the characters when they're not in my party, and there's not a lot of games that make me feel that way. Even when they do introduce a bunch of new characters, it doesn't take long before I feel attached to them as well. And that well-done story is just an icing on top of an already amazing cake. In conclusion, this game is for anyone looking for a character-deep RPG that has a lot of content and will make you laugh and cry. I'm probably going to go ahead and put out a review in the next few months for the fourth game. It will take me around 100 plus hours to beat it, especially the way I play, but when I do, like I said, I'll go ahead and put out a review. Well, this is Aralt from the Final Bosses, and I'll see you next time.